God, I love that watch. Oh, I might still have that watch. Okay. Anyhow, here's the story. I was getting my first paycheck from Sears. $49. I think it was like $62 or $65, something like that. And with my mom. And me and my mom, we love to shop together. And she spoiled me rotten, so what can I say? Dad's like, you always like to shop with your mom. You always go shopping with your mom. Except when you go to the drag race, he would lose his shit getting all these old t-shirts and everything else. And I'm like, Dad, oh, of course, extra large. Because we're both extra large guys. I remembered, see? We'll make it remember. And so, well, I told you one time we're looking at John Force's actual uniforms he was selling from the year before, his uniform shirts. I'm like, this is John Force's clothes. I'm like, what the hell are we doing? Anyhow, it would have been cool. Okay, so, excuse me. I got my first paycheck. Man, I'm making bank, man. Huge money. 60 bucks. Oh, there's another story about this too. Oh my God, I almost forgot that one. Okay. Anyhow, huge money, 60 bucks, right? I show I'm shopping with my mom again, and it was Saturday at Sears, and you know, it's where I worked. It's where she worked, actually. My grandma worked. And back in the day. And no, grandma I think worked at Line Store. Or was the other grandma? Well, anyhow. Get to this point. Okay. So it was gold Gruen watch. Just gold, you know, and it had like, and it was gold. No numbers. You know, just Roman numerals. Still can't get the Roman numeral thing. I always go 1, 2, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 10. Who the hell knows? XV, whatever. Anyhow. I showed it to her. Put it on. Showed it to her. I am 16 years old. Kevin, there's no date. Why isn't there a date, Kevin? Why isn't there a date? It's a nice watch, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Kevin doesn't have a date. I don't think that watch is for you. I don't think so. I don't think we're going to get that. So, paycheck in hand, and I could cash it right there because it was 60 bucks. We're upstairs. Mom, I'll be right back. No joke. My stubborn ass goes downstairs, buys a watch, puts it on my wrist, goes back upstairs, has the bag. Mom bought the watch. You didn't. And when my mom wasn't happy or upset and disappointed, she would stop and she'd just go like try to get her to go in a different world, like where people don't do stupid shit like I did, right? Just like, Kevin. And then she'll close her eyes and go, Kevin. Why'd you buy that watch? It doesn't have a date. You bought that watch. I don't understand. I specifically told you don't buy that watch. Then you go downstairs, come back, and you buy that watch. We're returning it. I'm like, no, we're not. I like this watch. I wanted this watch. I kind of wanted the watch because I saw it like kind of Don Johnson-ish because he had his gold watch. Okay. Anyhow, because I'm Don Johnson. Tubbs. Watch out, Tubbs. Why is it every person that Tubbs dated was always getting shot? Just a question. Anyhow, neither here nor there. So, I go, no, I'm keeping this watch. You need a date. I'm like, Mom, I'm 16 years old. I don't need a date. I know what date it is. I can't believe you bought that watch. I can't believe you bought that watch after I told you specifically not to buy that watch. You bought the watch. And I'm like, yeah, I bought the watch. So I'm not happy. We're looking at VCRs at the time. That's what we're doing. I'll never forget this guy. We're looking at VCRs, and I'm being a dick. Just being a complete dick. You gotta understand, when I wanted a Walkman, my dad really couldn't afford it, but he got me one. We went to Sears, we got one. There's like, okay, I can afford it, but you want a Walkman? Okay, we're getting a new Walkman. Yeah, with a tape and an AM FM radio stereo. That's how old as shit I am. And we saw this thing called a CD on a laser, and we just sat there and we looked at it. We're like, how's it doing that to that? Dad's like, I have no fucking clue. It's pretty cool though, isn't it? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what is that laser doing? He's like, and I was like, anyhow, where am I going with this one? Okay. So the guy's like, this VCR has this VCR has this. I'll never forget what he said. I go, yeah, I don't know. I was like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And my mom's like, okay, which VCR we're going to get? Which VCR, we want to get? I looked at the remote and I'm like, not enough for me. And he's like, oh, you want bells and jingles or something like that. It's going to have bells and buttons or something. I'm like, yeah, exactly. It's definitely got to do that. So I just put it on. I'm like, yep, that's exactly what I want. I want bells and jingles and buzzers and everything else. It's got to have all that. This guy's like, forget it. My mom just shook her head. She's like, Kevin. And she goes back. She's like, I can't believe you bought that watch. The watch doesn't have a date in it. Every time I wore that watch, she's like, that watch doesn't have a date in it. To remind me I didn't know the date when I wear the watch. Yeah, Mom, but Don Johnson is the same one. Kind of. Well, this might have been a Petit Philippe. It might have been Rolex. Whatever. It might have been a Movado. It could have been something completely different. But every time I wore it, and she'd be like, "Are you wearing that watch without the date?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm wearing the watch without the date." She said, "Don't be a smartass." Okay, I'll be a wise ass. And they're like, "Don't do that either, Kevin." They go, "Don't be a smartass. Don't be a wise ass." Okay. Anyhow, that's the watch without a date story. And then the next story is how I lost my paycheck buying a Christmas tree. As a Jewish person. That's it. Do something good for humanity. Peace out.